on to Guy and Helmer, Unfiltered, but as always, kind of filtered as always. I'm here with my co-host as always, Guy Noel. I'm your host as always, Alex Helmer. Guy, how are you doing today?
How you doing? I love that. It's good to see Alex is at his cottage home in the countryside today. I'm really,
Oh,
I'm really enjoying it. I love his look too. He looks like the guy from Deadpool 2, which is awesome. And with us today, we got two amazing guests. We have Luke, a very consistent commenter. We lost our one fan today in the live stream. Hopefully Jack Renault will be there. And Movie Bug. Fuck, I don't know your name. I mean, I'm gonna try. I'm so sorry.
It's all right.
I'm gonna put your name in. Put your name under it, because then I would be able to be a better host. But fuck.
So I should have.
just call him Mr. Bug.
Mr. Bug.
Yes. Oh yeah, you can call me Mr. Bug. That's fine.
Mr. Bug.
But James, is your first time on the show. Kind of tell everybody kind of what you do. Obviously, you do movie YouTube, so you have a YouTube channel, over 4,000 subs. So tell us how long you've been doing that, how you kind of found success, what you've been doing recently, and kind of what movie-related content you plan in the future.
Yeah, I mean, I've been doing it, I think, about 4 years. And I do a podcast as well with my friend Ryan, Off to the Movies, which is really my favorite thing. So
is that the guy who just commented?
Yeah.
Okay. No.
I was like,
he's everywhere.
I was like, oh, that's nice. Thank you for bringing your fans here.
Yeah.
Sorry. Keep going.
No, it's but yeah, no, I really enjoy doing that. We're on like episode 130. We've been doing that for 2 years. We started it right before COVID, so we were really struggling for things to talk about, because obviously each week we wanted to do whatever big movie was out. And we had that dry spell during COVID, so it was a bit hard at the start. But now, obviously, we got movie every week, so that's great. But yeah, other than that, I never plan my videos, so I don't really know like what I've got coming up. So I do a lot of unboxings. So Black Panther is out this week in the UK, so I know that.
Oh, whoa! Wait, it took that long? What?
Yeah, it's Wednesday. It's out.
Whoa, that's crazy. It doesn't take that. Well, I know it takes long for certain releases to hit you guys, but that's extremely, especially for Disney.
Wow.
I feel like it's not usually that long, right?
No, we get stuff really late here sometimes. It's frustrating. I don't mind waiting for a physical release, but it's when they films come out late in the cinema, like The Fabelmans of the Whale only just come out last week here, or the week before.
I guess you could kind of say it took forever.
Yes. But it's been such a pain though, because I see you guys and other people just like watching these films and reviewing them, saying how good they are, and it's like, oh man, the wait to get some of them, it's painful, but
yeah. And then kind of tell everyone what do you focus on? Reviews? Because the release schedule is kind of wonky where you are, how do you kind of adapt to that and try to put out the best content possible?
Well, yeah, to be honest, like with these films that come out so late, I don't normally end up bother reviewing those ones, just because I feel like everyone's already talked about them. But like things like Knock at the Cabin, which has sort of come out the same sort of time everywhere, that I'll review. And I used to do a lot more unboxings. And even though I've got so much stuff behind me, as you can see, I really have slowed down on my buying. So I just try to talk about movies more now, instead of just going, here it is.
For sure. And then we also have Luke here. I totally forgot. Luke hasn't talked yet this episode. Luke with the new hat. How are you doing?
It's not new. I just had to bring it out to rep my team as the Movie Bug does as well. I'm happy to be here.
On Super Bowl Sunday, you're repping Formula One. All right.
Yeah, the season's starting soon. Happy to be here. Some fun topics, especially one which I'm told you brought me on specifically for, which I'm truly honored.
Yes, I mean, you have a bit of a metaphor with the hat, so you can kind of guess what that topic might be. Before we get to that, obviously today is Super Bowl Sunday for us in the United States. If you're abroad as well and you celebrate that, I am repping my Eagle sweatshirt. Go Birds! Today's the day. Hopefully, next Unfiltered episode next weekend, I will be a 2-time Super Bowl champion of my team. I mean, I'm acting like I'm actually like I'm not on the team, but 2 times in my lifetime, my team would have won Super Bowls within like 5 or 6 years. So that's big. And then of course, a ton of trailers, a ton of commercials. Guys, anything you're expecting from the commercials, trailers that we're getting real quickly?
Yes, I would like to talk about it. I'm particularly excited for one trailer. You all have heard of Mr. Peanut, I assume.
I don't know where this is going.
Okay, now let me explain. One of my favorite things on the planet is the Comedy Central roast, and the Mr. Peanut commercial this year is the Comedy Central roast of Mr. Peanut, and I am very excited for this. I don't know why. I just love this idea, and I'm very intrigued.
Is it going to be at the Super Bowl?
It's going to be a Super Bowl commercial.
All right, we'll see what happens.
They're doing a special, and then
roast of a peanut.
Yeah, exactly. And then another actually that's it. I can't really think of anything else. I'm sorry. Someone else.
And then guy, who are you rooting for? Eagles or Chiefs?
I don't know any of the teams.
He's abstaining. Luke, who are you rooting for?
I just watched for the ads.
I'm gonna root for the Eagles because they have won less recently. My prediction is 24-17.
24-17. Guy, what's your prediction?
7-11.
7-11. All right.
That'd be very boring.
James, who are you rooting for in the score prediction?
Honestly, I've got no idea. I know nothing about American football.
My prediction: Eagles.
You know, I know
30-20.
Brain damage. How about that?
Brain damage.
I think
All right,
it
guys.
says a lot when America's biggest sporting event is a marketing ploy.
Guys, it's a great day of movie news to bring to you all. A lot of trailers, a lot of news, a lot of episode drops that we're going to talk about. Some Bad Batch exclusive content.
Was that what you were watching this morning?
It was. It was. We're excited to bring you all of the commentary. If you haven't already, if you're new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button right away for more unfiltered content like this. Check out movie trivia, movie debates. We have so much on this channel, so make sure to subscribe so you do not miss any of it. So let's move on to our first topic of the day. Magic Mike's Last Dance, the big release of this week. It won the box office, actually. It was a disappointing kind of weekend for the box office, but, Magic Mike's Last Dance won. Did anybody get a chance to see Magic Mike's Last Dance?
Yes.
You didn't know it.
No, I did not. No, I did not.
Has anybody here watched one or both of the previous Magic Mike movies? Wow. Okay. So across the board, that's 3 movies times that by 4. That is 0 for 12. Except I have seen the first Magic Mike movie, which I very much enjoyed. This movie is getting kind of mixed reception. It has the lowest Rotten Tomatoes score of any of the Magic Mike movies. So it's not like we had a high bar for this movie, but it's not like it's kind of making waves like the first one did. Steven Soderbergh came back to direct this one he produced the second one, but he didn't direct it. He did direct the first one, though. Guys, did you have any plans to see this one? And if so, if you don't, why not?
Yeah, I did, and I have to say that I found this profoundly disappointing. So yeah,
James,
I haven't.
No, I probably won't see. I haven't seen the other 2, so I think that's going to be my excuse.
Luke,
I haven't seen the first 2, and you're not going to watch the third one without seeing the first 2, right?
Although Hunter has only seen the 6th and 9th Fast and Furious movies.
Well, that's his problem.
That's his problem. All right, Hunter, of course, member of the league. As we move on now to our first TV release topic, The Bad Batch. 2 straight episodes they dropped this week, so it was a pretty big week for them.
Oh my God, it's Maggie Smith. No, I'm kidding.
So we got The Clone Conspiracy is one episode, and then the other one is kind of a follow-up to that episode. 2-episode arc, and I gotta say, guys, this might be the best Bad Batch content we have gotten of all time.
I think you're lying to me.
Obviously, I'm not lying to you guys. You could watch these 2 episodes and not watch the rest of the Bad Batch, and you would be satisfied. Obviously, we've reviewed each and every episode of the Bad Batch on this show. This is episode 30 of Unfiltered. You see that? Episode 30. We've reviewed every episode. And I gotta tell you guys, I'm forced to watch this show for this stupid YouTube show, right? So I have to do this. And this morning when I watched it, I was actually pretty. I woke up to a nice ovation from the Bad Batch crew. Again, it's called The Clone Conspiracy. It's very political in terms of the fact that it's all about it's all about Star Wars politics, which I always find very fascinating. It's a lot about how the Senate operates in the story on Coruscant, about how kind of the distribution of funds and finance, and there's a lot of kind of politics that goes into it, a lot that the government's hiding. So it's almost like a 70s like political thriller, but in the form of Star Wars, which I've always wanted, and so I got that with this episode. It's about how basically it's about how the Empire basically destroyed Camino, and they're kind of trying to hide it. And there are certain people who are trying to uncover those what really happened on Camino when they destroyed the clone factories there. So it's a really interesting concept. I thought it was executed really well. And again, it didn't have the first episode of the two didn't have the Bad Batch in it, so which shows that the best episodes of the Bad Batch doesn't actually have the title characters in it, which is always great to see. And I would definitely suggest this if you're into the world of Star Wars, and even if you haven't watched the rest of the Bad Batch or if you gave up on it, these 2 episodes are actually really good. So, James, have you gotten the chance to see any of the episodes of Bad Batch yet, or are you kind of a big Star Wars fan in general?
I mean, I'm a massive Star Wars fan. I mean, I've read the comics, I listened to the audiobooks of the novels. I'm a bit crazy on Star Wars. I love it. But this season's been a bit meh.
Oh, you see, okay, you've been watching. Okay, great.
Yeah. But the last 2 episodes were amazing, I gotta say.
Okay, you liked it. Okay.
But I find it funny that like my favorite episode barely featured the Bad Batch.
Yes, thank you. Yeah,
I had this last season as well.
Yeah.
The episodes they were barely in, like the one where it focused on
Crosshair,
best one,
100%,
one of the better ones. So, but I mean, I do really like the show overall.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, this week's episodes were great. So,
yeah, it's rare that we get 50% of the crew who watches the Bad Batch. If Luke was in here, it would have been a majority. So
I mean, I'm always up to date with Star Wars. Anything Star Wars, I will watch.
Yeah, and I think you'd agree. Like the politics of it was just very intriguing, right? So they were getting to all the finance aspects and how the Emperor does something in the second episode that's really, really kind of badass. He doesn't whip out his lightsaber. He doesn't do anything fancy. All he does is do something really smart and just like almost in terms of, because I'm very involved. Like I love politics. I love kind of just the world in general. So him doing something like that in the second episode, something he does is one of it's the Sheev has gotten a bad kind of run at it last few years with the Star Wars universe, but this has been a good moment with them.
Yeah, I mean, I love the politics side of Star Wars. I grew up on the prequels. I was born in the 90s, so I was, the prequels kind of coming out perfect time for me. So I've always liked that world building they done around that time. I thought it was great. So yeah, I love this episode. I like it when they do the politics.
Yep, I agree. All right, guys, we're going to move on now to our next TV topic, The Last of Us. Luke, I know mentioned we didn't talk about last week's episode 4, but that's old news. We're going to just talk about episode 5 today of The Last of Us. I know Guy hasn't seen it. Luke and I have been keeping up. James, you said you haven't seen the 5th episode yet.
No, it's my fault. I've been glued to this new Hogwarts game all weekend. I just haven't been able to bring myself off it. But I'm going to try and watch it tonight because obviously.
Okay, so we won't spoil anything big. Luke, your thoughts on episode 5?
I would say it's the best one yet. It felt like I was watching a game being played, elements of it, especially towards the end, which I went to compare to the game later just to see how it was in the game. I thought, oof, they really stepped it up there. But it was emotional, as always with the show. Every week you come back ready to be broken again, and well, the show delivers, and it looks to be on a swell trajectory to finish off the season.
Yeah, this episode, I would say it's hard because I love the 3rd episode so much. So this episode was definitely up there, maybe 1 or 2, but I mean, whatever is your favorite episode. Both of them are tremendous. This one really hit me hard. After the episode, I told someone I felt like I needed to see a therapist. Something happens at the end of the episode, and my jaw was wide open, and I couldn't look at Luke knows what it is. I couldn't look at my TV. I was so distraught and heartbroken. James, have you played the game before?
Yeah, I'm a big fan of.
Oh, okay. So you might know what happens then. I haven't played the game, so I was a wreck. I felt like it wasn't like in the 3rd episode I was emotionally distraught, right? In this episode I was just so disappointed. Is that the right word, Luke? What?
Not disappointed, just deflated, maybe.
Deflated's the right word. I would. Sorry?
No, I'm saying, I'm not, and this is The Last of Us, if I'm correct, that we're still discussing, right? That this was the episode that
we have a good
disappointed.
topic.
So sorry,
Guy's been distracted.
I'm a little distracted. No, I mean it is a show based on a video game. I have not seen it though, so I can't judge. But it is. I mean, I'd imagine that eventually it just goes like, but I still need to see it, so I can't make a judgment.
Yeah. And then we have this guy who pops up. What do they call him again? He's not a clicker. What do they call
bloater.
him? Like a bloater. Seems like the right word. And there's that car. Something happens with the car involving this episode. So something happens with the car. Luke knows there's a scene involving a car doing something in this episode. And the moment that thing happens, you're like, oh, it's one of those moments, and every show has this, every movie where you're like, oh shit, where they set up something and then it comes back later in the show and all is involved in the car, and it is complete mayhem. And it is also Saving Private Ryan. Fans of that, Luke, did you get kind of
I got more of a Battle of the Bastards.
Interesting. Okay. I could see that. Yeah. HBO.
And
Melanie Linsky was really good, almost like a Karen type. I saw her as the ultimate Karen villain. And I thought what happens with her character near the end was really fun and ironic. And yeah, I'm just really enjoying the show, man. Do you guys think it's gonna be the best thing HBO puts out this year? You think Succession's gonna kind of?
You know how much we love Succession.
Yeah.
So, and there's a lot that could happen this season. So either way, both will be good.
And James, are you a Succession fan?
No, I haven't watched it. I need to. It's on my list.
Need to. Yeah. Well, that's the great thing about Unfiltered. Stuff that our guests don't watch, we recommend so they do watch. Hopefully, next
exactly. You have to watch Succession, man. That show, it's pretty good. I recommend it. Alex got me into it, and I fucking love that show.
I mean, I've had quite a few people recommend it to me, to be fair. So it is on the bucket list of things to watch.
Yeah,
for sure. All right, let's move on now to our big topics today. We're going to talk about all the big topics within the world of movies, TV, all that. 2 big trailers, a big Disney announcement, and then we'll talk about buy or sell after that. Guys, again, if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe as well. First, we're going to talk about the trailer for the new movie, Air, Ben Affleck's new directorial film starring himself, Matt Damon, Viola Davis. We talked about ad nauseum last week.
You can't escape her.
Guys, Luke, I'm going to go to you first. We're both big basketball fans. We're both big Ben Affleck fans. What did you think of the trailer for Air?
I really enjoyed it. I got some Ford v Ferrari vibes from it. Not just because Matt Damon is there, but it helps. It's the story of MJ and the shoe, and I think it's interesting that they show everything except MJ. Like that's the interesting part. And I've heard some things that test screenings aren't amazing, but I'm still very much looking forward to it. It looks like a good time.
Comes up in April, so it's a bit kind of it's a bit of an awkward release. But
Viola Davis is in it.
Of course, she's in it.
Yes, you can't escape the wall, huh?
Can't. James, did you get a chance to see the trailer for Air?
I'm gonna be honest, I completely forgot to watch
it.
James. I did see your list come through, and I was like, oh, okay, I gotta watch that. And yeah, I completely forgot.
And then, Guy, what did you think?
I didn't watch it, but that photo, he kind of looks like Adam Sandler. I'm be honest.
I thought that as well, actually.
Right? Yeah, he does look a little like Adam Sandler.
I don't see it.
That's all I was thinking. I was like, you kind of
trailer, really intriguing concept. Obviously, again, the release date, April. It's not hitting the festival circuit, which could be a big red flag. But I'm not the hugest fan of Ben Affleck as a director, but he has a good resume, I guess, to most. So that's, I guess, a reason to be excited. Him and Matt Damon, obviously they're reunited in Last Duel recently, but that wasn't kind of the Matt Damon Ben Affleck relationship we're used to in films like the Good Will Hunting, the Kevin Smith movies, etc. But still, seeing them both on screen is tremendous. Always great to see. Viola Davis, always great to see. Now EGOT winner Viola Davis, as well as Amanda Waller in the DCU.
She got that right after our.
I wonder why. I think Amanda Waller helped her get the EGOT.
I think we made it happen.
And so Michael Jordan, the best basketball player to ever live. Yes, that shouldn't be a controversial statement, but apparently it is in the world we live in. So I'm very excited about this and to see the story come about. So let's move on now to Fast X. big topic we're going to talk about. It's such a big topic that we literally brought on an entirely different guest just to talk about it. Now, Luke, for those who don't know, Fast and Furious, what does the franchise mean to you?
So most of the franchise means like everything to me. I've rewatched it so many times. Like I just love seeing the cars do the crazy things. But it gets to a certain point where even the biggest of Fast and Furious apologists have no defense anymore. And F9 was that movie. So when this trailer came out, I was hoping that okay, maybe we can do some course correction here for the last two entries. And they just hit me with something I never would have expected. but it makes total sense for this franchise, and that's who Jason Momoa is, like how he fits in to the grander story. And I was like, oh my god, that's very Fast and Furious of them.
It is. It's similar to what they did with Shaw. I'm sorry. So
yes, but I think this is a higher level of that.
James, what is your kind of stance on the Fast and Furious franchise, and what are your thoughts on Fast X?
I'm not a big fan on the franchise myself. I'm not gonna lie. I don't mind them; they're okay. But I really hated 9. But I think the reason I hated 9 is because all of the characters and actors I liked are gone. Like, obviously, I'm not huge on The Rock, but he's a lot more charismatic for me than like Vin Diesel. Yeah. Obviously, he's gone. Jason Statham are gone. But the thing I'm looking forward to with this one is there's a lot of actors. You know, you got John Cena in it again. You got Brie Larson. Jason Statham's coming back. Jason Momoa. It's a much more interesting cast.
Charlize Theron is also in it. It's really like it's everybody but The Rock basically, and Paul Walker for obvious reasons. So,
but yeah, no, I mean it looks better than the last one, I think. So
here's hoping.
My favorite Fast and Furious movie is Fate of the Furious, which I like when the franchise goes over the top. I don't like
but to a point.
I'm not a car guy, so I don't like when they're actually like only doing car shit. It's not any like cool like submarine cars and kicking rockets and stuff. So, but again, I didn't love Fast 9 because it was a bit too much for me. So this looks like it's reeling it back a bit, going back to Fast 5, which many consider to be the best Fast and Furious movie. When that ball was rolling around the highway, what is it, like a bomb?
It's a bomb. When the first behind the scenes shots of that came out, like someone just filming from their window, I thought someone was in the ball, like maybe Roman had found his way into the ball and he was screaming from inside, like, but no, it is a bomb.
A very Roman thing to do.
Yeah, but
any predictions? Number one, Luke, does Jason Momoa join the family at the end of the movie?
He has to. That's the formula, right? Like Charlize Theron is like the only one who hasn't joined them so far.
She's in the movie too. What are your death predictions?
Death.
I think Charlize bites the dust. Got to be honest, man.
I don't know. They got to keep her around for the last one.
Oh, do you?
This isn't really a franchise where how many people like died? Like Gal Gadot, but she's coming back apparently in this one. Han died, but he's back. Letty died, but she didn't die, turns out. So has anyone actually died in this franchise? No.
Jason Momoa's entire family.
Well, yeah, but they're not like major characters. I'm just glad Statham's back. I didn't know he was going to be back in this one, so that was a nice surprise for me.
Yeah, and it's coming out in May, Memorial Day release. Gonna make big bucks, over $1 billion. I think we're all predicting. So, and
half of that will be me.
Yep, and it's building up to the next movie, Fast. What are they called? XX, because they haven't said
that's 20.
Yeah. So, but yeah, those are our thoughts on Fast X. As we move on now to our final main topic for today, Disney, Bob Iger recently announced that we're going to get 3 sequels, both a new Toy Story edition, a new Frozen edition, and a new Zootopia edition within their respective franchises. Guys, I talked a lot in my circles about this because the news kind of all hit us very differently, especially when we get franchises like this that are so close to our childhoods. We often seem to be, very defensive about kind of our thoughts. So, James, I'm going to go to you first because you're not a big Fast and Furious guy, so you didn't get a chance to kind of put your thoughts on there. So, What are your thoughts on this announcement?
Oh my God, these are sequels. These are all sequels to
Yes.
it.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy. I mean, honestly, I'm a big Zootopia guy. I love that movie. I like all these franchises. And the fact that they're announcing all these sequels, it does make me feel a little weird about it because I don't like animated movie sequels. I don't think they ever really work very
Shrek
often.
2.
Shrek 2.
Puss in
Okay,
Boots
okay.
Last
Boots
Wish.
2.
I can go on. Cars 2. Toy
Right.
Story
No.
2, Toy Story
No.
3, Toy Story 4.
That
Ice
is
Age 3.
very few. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's not a lot of examples in comparison.
That's quite. I can probably keep
It
going.
is not. It is not. And I'm just gonna say that I'm a little. I don't know. I'm excited about this. You know, I really am. I love these movies. I love these franchises. At the same time, though, I kind of am just like, this is why I love Pixar, is that they make new shit. They don't just like do sequel after sequel after sequel. They make it exclusive with like Toy Story or like with another franchise, not with everything. And I feel personally that you want to I like the way Pixar is now, where they just create new movies with different concepts. And I think that's the way they should do it, not just sequels, you know. But, and Frozen already had a sequel, I thought. And, you know, I would like to see. I mean, a Zootopia sequel could be interesting if they bring back that Godfather character. You know, I like that. That was like my favorite part of the movie. It's funny.
James.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a big Disney fan. All of these behind me here, they're all this Disney collection line they do here in the UK. But you know, I'm kind of. I think Zootopia is the most logical one for me. I don't want to bash the Toy Story 5 because I was so against Toy Story 4 when it was coming out. I was like, no, 3 was the perfect ending. We don't need this. But then it was a pretty good movie, so I had to eat my words a bit on that one. So I don't want to be too harsh on that. But Frozen, yeah, I'll see it, but I'm not too interested, to be honest, in that one.
Luke?
Yeah, I agree with James. I think the Zootopia sequel makes the most sense. It is the only second one. And it's a very beloved movie. Maybe there's probably a lot left to explore there. Toy Story 5, it seems like, you know, they just want to keep going. Like eventually they'll have Tom Hanks' AI voice doing Woody. Like we're almost at that point.
There's already dead cast members too.
Yes,
they're already on for Toy Story, for the Toy Story franchise.
I don't know what they're gonna do there.
The Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head are both dead.
They're both dead now.
They both died in the last like few years. They've both passed away. I'm sure there's some other people that I'm not thinking of, and it is a little weird that I just feel like, you know, I look at The Simpsons and they keep going and going and going, and it's always, you know, and like as it goes on, you know, a couple of actors have passed away in that as well, and so I'm kind of like, I don't know. I just feel like just leave it alone as it is. Zootopia is the only one I want, really.
Yeah,
Frozen 3, take it or leave it. I mean, Frozen 2 made more money than the first one. Like it was I think it's their highest grossing animated movie. I think only like the Lion King live action has made more. So that makes financial sense. But yeah, this is a very Bob Iger thing to do. Don't forget Inside Out 2 is also coming. So
Inside Out
can we get Cars 4? Can we get Cars 4?
Would have happened if Bob Iger wasn't back in charge with Disney?
I think eventually it would have happened.
I think we'd get even more shitty, faster Marvel movies coming out.
Like, all right, my thoughts on it, because if anyone knows anything in this world, it's that Alex Helmer is the #1 aficionado on animated film. Zootopia, I like the first Zootopia. I've seen it once. It's cute movie. Sequel, sure, I'll take it. I haven't seen the Frozen movies, so I can't speak on that.
Wait, you haven't seen the first one?
No.
What?
Guy, I'd shock you by
big
the
Frozen
amount of animated movies.
I'm not.
I was on a podcast earlier today. I haven't seen.
To.
You want me to list the animated movies I haven't seen?
List
Beauty and
them,
the Beast,
Mr. Aficionado.
Cinderella, Finding Nemo, most of the Pixar movies.
Okay.
Yeah. Wow.
Alex Helmer. Yeah, guys. For the fans out there, this is Alex Helmer, animated film aficionado.
It is. But Toy Story is the one franchise that I am an aficionado on. So I got into a few, debates with some people about this one. I am always a staunch defender of the Toy Story franchise, very much so when it comes to 4. Because although I agree with James, most people love 4. I mean, it won the Oscar for best animated feature. It also has the worst letterbox rating of the 4. A lot of people shit on it wherever I go. People are like, "Oh, I liked 4, but we didn't really need it." Respectfully, shut the fuck up. You don't know Woody's character. You don't know the character. I'm sorry. I'm getting wound up over cartoons. Look at me. But the ending with 4. Yes, Woody's character did progress. It was a sequel no sequel is necessary. I don't like using that word, but it was a movie that was it is worth existing. And I think the place it left off in terms of Woody's character arc was really perfect. I thought it really hit me in terms of him saying, "Hey," like in the first movie, he was trying to kind of be valuable in terms of being a toy for another kid. But in the 4th one, he's saying, "Oh, maybe that's not my purpose. Maybe my purpose is to do something else." And for that reason, I hope that Woody isn't in Toy Story 5. A lot of people disagree with me on that. I really want to get your guys' takes when it comes to that. Do you guys think Woody should be in Toy Story 5 or not? Because I've heard a lot of kind of divisiveness. So
I think it'd be weird if he wasn't.
Okay, well, that's something.
I agree. I think, like, yes, he had kind of the finishing end of his story. I believe in Toy Story 4, but I feel like you kind of have to bring him back. It's kind of that the Lightyear Woody thing is just kind of, it's too essential to it, you know. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a difficult one. So I do think he had such a good ending, but I agree, like, it would be weird without him, I think.
Come on, guy, you can do
You
it.
can just stand up if you want.
Oh, sorry. I'm just trying to be a little sleeker about it.
Yeah, I disagree. I think Woody. That's the thing. I think that, and a lot of people, like James said, people are shitting on this already. I'm like, wait a second. Toy Story 4 is great. Who's saying Toy Story 5 can't be good as well? But at the same time, we have Buzz. People have been complaining, "Oh, we didn't have as much buzz in, Toy Story 4, and Lightyear sucked." Let's give him a chance in Toy Story 5. Let's give him an arc.
By the way,
let's
how
do
bad
something
was
with him.
Lightyear that they brought back the actor that they didn't want to bring back for Toy Story 5?
Yeah.
Like, that must have been, I haven't seen that, but that must have been a shit movie, man. Oh my God.
So that's my pitch for Toy Story 5. Let's make it about Buzz. Let's make it, like, again, Toy Story. We're not making another Lightyear movie, but let's make it about Buzz. Let's make it about, what's his name? T-Rex dude. Let's make it about the T-Rex.
Rex.
Mr. and Mrs.
Rex.
Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head. They're still in the movies, right?
But they're dead. They're both Estelle Harris.
Yeah, well, there are other voice actors. I know people. Don Rickles had a pretty, like, generic voice. You can. I know. Like, and you have other toys. Who are the other ones? Like Slinky and Forky.
The pig, Ham.
The pig, Ham. Anybody else know any toys?
The Etch-a-Sketch? How about the Etch-a-Sketch? You want to bring him in?
What about we bring back, what's his name? The kid.
The penguin?
The penguin. You have the kids in Sunnyvale. That's what it's called, right? You have so much.
Yeah.
So many toys.
You get a Lotso Hug and Bear spin-off.
Why?
Yes. We have Lotso.
Oh,
my baby died. That'll be hard. And we have, what's her name? The doll from Toy Story 4. So there's so many toys to focus on. The franchise has grown immensely. Let's focus on other characters for now. And that's my opinion. I know other people, for some reason, that's a hot take. And everybody
How about we do a Green Army Men spinoff?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Saving Private Ryan style, but Pixar.
Yeah.
That'd be fucking cool.
Or what's the kid's name? Pizza Planet.
What about
Sid?
Slinky? Let's
Sid.
do something about Slinky.
That's why I said Slinky. Yeah.
Slinky, a Toy Story story.
His body gets cut in half. He has to find out what happened.
Oh my God. Yeah, that'd be fucked up.
Sorry. All right, guys. So that's going to be our main topics for today. Make sure you let us know in the comments down below what you think. Thank you all for being in the live chat. Make sure to subscribe as well if you haven't already. As we move on to buy or sell, we can talk about some of the smaller topics in the world of movies and TV. We're going to talk about if we would buy those topics or sell those topics. First of all, we're going to talk about Spider-Man Noir. Amazon has bought the rights to a new Amazon series focusing on the character, not the character specifically was mentioned not to be Peter Parker. Guy, you said bye?
Bye. This is great because I think, honestly, we've seen what Amazon has done with superhero properties. They obviously know what the fuck they're doing. I mean, really, you look at The Boys, you look at that. Fuck, I forgot the name of that. The animated
Invincible.
show, Invincible. Both great, and I think that this is. I give this a vote of confidence. I'm going to buy this, and I honestly, out of all the characters in the Spider-Verse movie, that one to me was the most intriguing. If you read that comic book, it is so fascinating the way they've changed the world of Spider-Man. They make Dr. Octopus a disabled Nazi doctor. They make the Green Goblin like this gangster. It's a really cool looking universe that I think really should be explored in an animated show.
James?
Yeah, no, I completely agree, to be fair. Amazon do seem to be doing a good job with their superhero properties, and it's an interesting character to get his own show or movie. I'm not sure what it is, but yeah, no, I'm very much game for this. He's going to be different to the Spider-Man we've seen before as well, which is going to be nice. So yeah, no, I'm very much in for this one.
Luke?
It's a live action, right?
Yes.
Yeah. But definitely buy, whether it's Nick Cage or not. I wouldn't mind either way.
Yeah.
And Amazon also have that Silk series coming, if I remember correctly. So they're building their own Spider.
Silk show too. Oh,
yeah, I think I remember.
I don't even.
Silk is this weird. She's a new Spider-Man character. I think she's from the Dan Slott run, and she's got this weird thing where she's got like this weird romantic relationship with Peter Parker. But it's like deeper than that. It's like from DNA. It's some weird shit. I don't like it. So I'm gonna sell the Silk thing, but buy the Spider-Man noir.
Was that recently announced?
It was a few months ago, I think.
Oh, never mind. I should.
But yeah, big buy. Amazon, big budget. Make it R-rated or whatever.
No, they should. They should make this R-rated because that is a very intense fucking character.
All right.
Who put that up?
All right.
Hey, what's wrong with that?
I feel bad for James because he doesn't understand why Amanda Waller just popped up on the screen. Just just go with it. Just go with it.
Okay, fair enough.
It'll just happen from now and again.
Viola Davis just made a cameo on our podcast.
All right. So next up, we're going to talk about
AMC
has applied a new plan in which they will charge people an extra, I think it's like $2 or $3 for quote unquote premium seating. So it is a price on top of the fee you pay for tickets. Guy.
Sal, what the fuck is wrong with you? No one even goes to your theaters anymore. Like they really, I mean, at least where I am, whenever I go to a movie theater now, it's practically empty. And now you're charging more money?
I find that I live in the same city as you, and I find that very hard to believe.
My bad. I'm thinking about DC. But like,
okay.
I'm thinking about DC. My bad. But like, why would you do that? Like that, like, do you want people to just like? You're ruining such a great thing, which is the joy of a movie theater, by adding these extra prices and raising it. And now people, they just buy one TV and they're like, "Well, I have a theater at home," like a fucking asshole. And you guys, and like, I honestly really don't like what AMC has been doing. I think it's really disastrous for cinephiles and really movie watchers in general. And if they want to keep up business, this is not the move they make. So,
James, I think you don't have AMC where you are, so you're gonna buy or sell.
Yeah, no. Well, it seems like a pretty stupid idea to me.
Exactly.
So, yeah, I'd sell it. I mean, like I say, cinemas are struggling as it is. Why charge more? I mean, if they brought that here, I wouldn't do it at all. I'm lucky. Out my cinema where I've got this card where I pay £15 a month. I'll just go see as many movies as I want. Just walk in and out with the card. Well, I wouldn't pay extra just to put my feet up because half the time, like say the cinema's empty, I just put my feet up on the chair in front.
James, be careful, folks, if you're at the movie theater with this guy.
Don't sit in front of James. He'll kick you.
Don't sit in front of James. Don't sit behind Amanda Waller. Oh no! I can't see anything.
Luke, buy or sell?
Big sell. This seems very silly to me. If they had lowered the other prices and kept the good seat prices the same, I don't think it would be much of an outrage, but because they raised the price, this premium seating. So it's a real we live in a society moment. So I think
we live in a society.
They're just kidding
where
themselves.
honor is a distant memory. Isn't that right, Batman?
Like some intern probably said, "Oh, look at this idea," and then some stupid
and that
CEO
and you know what's
thought,
the worst part? That asshole probably got a promotion. So whoever that is, fuck you. Sorry, Luke. Sorry.
Jeff Bezos.
Okay. I'm not the intern.
No. All right. Well, my opinion is gonna be very popular on this. It's so fun to get some different opinions. I'm gonna buy this. I think it's all right. I'm gonna sound like a dick talking about this. I'm gonna try not to sound like Mr. Potter.
Fuck you.
Wonderful Life. All right. So first of all, I was gonna call you Dave. James mentioned you have a subscription service for the theater you go to, right?
Yeah.
So you go to. All right, guys. Okay. And this is how stupid just general. I'm sorry. I love theater goers. You guys keep the movies in business, but this is how stupid the general audience is. Okay. So say you go to an IMAX screening, which in New York is $27, right? And then you're going to complain about the extra $3 you have to pay for premium seating. $30 for one trip to the movies to fucking Fast X or something, right? Okay. So many things wrong with this. So why don't you just... The AMC A-List plan, I've been on the plan since it was first announced a couple years ago, 2 years before COVID, right?
Subs.
$20 a month, $20 to $25 a month. You see as many movies as you can in a month, right? You're already making a profit compared to the $30 you pay for an IMAX screening, right? And you can see 10 times more movies. So you see the ads come up before every movie. AMC does a thing where it's like AMC A-List, blah, blah, blah. So people see that it's available, right? So just buy the service. Don't complain about the $2-3 extra dollars when if you literally stop being such an asshole about all your subscription services and decide, hey, you know what? Like, people are just very stubborn. I have a feeling people don't get A-List because they don't like get as many subscriptions. Despite what the difference is in terms of money, people just don't like to have that many subscription services with them, and they don't like to be committed. And it's very hard, subscription model, to get people committed. But at the same time, it's literally such a great deal. It's keeping a lot of these theaters in business. It is. Yeah. I think it's under. I don't know. I think it's under 1 million users in terms of the United States, in terms of people who use A-List. So it's not very popular. It's not making any difference when it comes to box office. People thought when the A-List was going to come out, when it was coming out, oh, is this going to make a big difference in terms of how the box office works? It doesn't, because nobody gets it. It doesn't make that much of a difference. The dent it makes in the box office is near nothing. Just stop being stubborn jackass and get.
Okay, I get it, Alex. I get it.
About the $2-3 extra.
I get it.
Guy
called me. You could have just told me this directly.
Guy.
Oh, man.
I'm saying this because Guy would be the person to do that. Man, I just paid $15 for a movie plus the $3 for the seating, man. What's wrong with movie theaters?
Let me tell you something. I don't think that there should be a phone tax. I think if you whip out your phone,
I agree. Yeah.
I think that should be what happens. That would actually make them a lot of fucking money, and it would finally get people to stop taking out their phone.
I agree with that. That's something we can definitely agree on. All right, we're going to move on now. Patrick Stewart has revealed that he is on standby.
What is that photo? Why does he look like he has a stroke? Why does he look like somebody overdosed him?
It would be so funny if the Amanda Waller picture was like right next to him.
Put it up.
But he said that he's on standby for Deadpool 3. We're going to try to run through these next topics. I like how the photo you have. I'm gonna sell this. I don't really care for Patrick Stewart's Professor Xavier. It was not in a serious role, right? We saw him in Doctor Strange, which is dog shit, right? So I want to see him in a serious role. Deadpool 3, that's probably not going to be anything to develop the character, so I'm going to sell this. Luke?
Yeah, big sell. It'd be cool if him and Ian McKellen show up as a small cameo in Deadpool 3. That's cool. Always fun. It's a Deadpool thing to happen, but I'm not. What's the phrase? Holding my breath.
Hopefully, we can get that Graham Norton clip of, because
the longest interview ever.
Yeah, exactly. Of Patrick Stewart, Ian McKellen, and Hugh Jackman. Perhaps if they're all in the movie, we can get them in one of those the best Graham Norton episode of all time. And then we also got the one with Hugh Jackman, James McAvoy, and Michael Fassbender when they're doing the dance coming into the studio. You guys remember that?
That's a great moment.
It's a great moment.
Okay. You go first. You go first.
Do you know what? If he won in Doctor Strange, I'd buy it. I'd be like, yeah, no, it'd be cool to see him again. But I saw him in Doctor Strange, and he didn't do anything in Doctor Strange. And
Yeah.
honestly, at this point, I'm really just sort of feel like I'm fizzled out with Marvel anyway. It's like, yeah, okay, they're gonna do whatever they're gonna do, and I'll turn up and switch my brain off for 2 hours every time. But yeah, no, I don't really care much anymore. So
Luke,
I'd say
sorry, not Luke. Guy.
Oh, thank you, co-host Guy and Helmer. I guess I don't know.
It's actually James and Helmer now.
I like the photo. How it looks like he had a bad nurse that fucked with his meds, and he's like, it was her. You know. That's what I was thinking. I was like, this guy's got an elder abuse. No, I'm gonna you know what? I'm gonna buy it. Why not? I honestly think, look, I love the Deadpool movies, and I would be really if they make this like huge, and if they have Ian McKellen in it too, which I mean, obviously that has not been said or anything, but that would be the coolest Deadpool movie if you had all those characters just thrown in. But yeah, I'll buy it. Why not?
All right, let's move on now. We have gotten a first poster for Flash coming out in June. Obviously, this is one of the most anticipated movies for many, coming out in 2023, said to be the movie that brings in a total reset for the DCEU.
Sure it does.
So we're going to get the trailer today, so next week we'll talk about it. I'm going to Guy first here.
Okay, yes. Okay,
the poster, not just the poster in general.
But the buzz? The buzz around the film?
General, yeah.
The buzz around the film. Where's Amanda Waller when you need her in the poster?
She would probably be in it.
No, I'm gonna buy this. I'm really excited for this movie. I think I really have high expectations for it. From just everything we've seen so far. It just looks like a really cool film. I fucking love the poster. I love that we're getting a lot of Keaton in it. He is my favorite. I mean, aside from Pattinson, he's my favorite Batman. This is to me very exciting. The whole Ezra Miller thing. I don't want them to bring him back after this. But you know, it looks for some fucking reason open door policy for him. But then there's these other actors who we act like Henry Cavill or shit. And usually I get mad.
It's everyone except Henry Cavill.
And usually I get mad. I get mad when like people complain about that, and I'm like, don't worry, he's gonna reboot the entire universe. But for some fucking reason, he's like, yo, Jason Momoa, yo, Gal Gadot, yo, Ezra Miller, open door policy. Fuck you. All right, I'm sorry. Like that is wrong.
Watch everyone gets the boot except for Ezra Miller.
I know that's
insane. Crazy.
That's insane. Like I feel like Ezra Miller must have like some dirt on James Gunn. Like when he was holding that family hostage, he must have collected some sort of debt. That's another thing. Motherfucker held that family hostage, yet you're willing to bring him back? Do you realize your ethics here? Like it's so bizarre. I hope that this movie is good. I just kind of think of him as DC Spider-Man for the way he acts. But, you know, and I definitely did not steal that opinion from Screen Junkies. But no, I honestly, I don't know. I'm excited. I'll buy it, you know, but, you know, fuck you, Ezra Miller. Sorry.
James?
A little crotchety.
I don't know about this movie, man. Like, the poster's cool, though. I'll say that. The poster's cool. But, yeah, I mean, Ezra Miller's just such a dirtbag, isn't he? And I mean, I've got mates who read a lot more comics than me because I'm not the biggest comic reader, but they love this Flashpoint comic. They say it's like one of the best comics ever, maybe the best. And it sounds
so
like it's nothing like that, though.
So, I'm gonna be honest, it's pretty fucking overrated, and I'm like honestly sick of the way people suck off. I think it's Grant Morrison. I like Grant Morrison, but like guys, it's not the best story. Enough about it, and it should not be the first Flash story you put in a fucking movie. So it's just like it's just don't like. I mean, it's good. It's not great, and they're not even following it at all, really, from what I've seen so far. So it's
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
I'm gonna.
James, are you gonna buy or sell?
Well, I'll go see it, so I guess I got to say sell, but I don't really care either. So... but yeah, I'll buy it. I'll buy it.
Luke?
Yeah, I'll buy, mostly because the trailer is coming in a few hours. I'm looking forward to it. How much of a Flash movie is it going to be? Is it going to be a Batman movie with the Flash as the title? I'm hearing rumblings about George Clooney somewhere. I don't know.
Fucking way.
I don't know.
There's no fucking way.
Luke, you know who I've heard rumblings of, though?
Who?
The Flash. Amanda Waller, I gotta say. The rumblings are humongous.
Oh my god, she takes up half the screen. No, I'm kidding. Sorry.
No, I'm excited for it, and apparently it's really good. James Gunn has said so. Some other people who have seen it have said so.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
I heard. I think it's I don't have anything else to say. I've heard. I hope Jim Carrey's Riddler is in it. That's kind of.
I'm trying to come up with Jim Carrey's quote.
How about you know who'd be great? And how about Halle Berry's Catwoman? That's what everyone's clamoring for.
No, I saw a video there. Who should come back is those two scientists from Batman and Robin, the black woman with the dreads.
Yes. Batman, my hearing aid. You've seen that? Wait, that's the forever. My hearing aid. What are you doing? Fucking hate that.
Let's move on to our last topic of today. It has been announced that for the Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey slasher coming up just very soon, I think it's coming out this week if I'm not wrong, or next week, it has been announced that a cinematic universe will be created focusing on these, what are they, like fairy tale type characters. So, Guy, I'm going to go to
public
you.
domain.
I'm going to be honest with you. This shit looks so stupid. Like honestly, I'm gonna sell this. Stop with these fucking cinematic universes.
Peter Pan and Bambi, those are the other ones.
Peter Pan? Oh, that's just, I swear, they're just gonna make it like a pedophilia Michael Jackson story. This guy like come to Neverland, and that was on these kids. Giant lawsuits and everything. There are these kids come to Neverland.
Well, that's something.
Tinkerbell is gonna be some form of PCP or some shit. And he's gonna
my god!
Fucking kid, drugging him up. All I'm saying is I know where this is going, and I hate this. I'm gonna sell. Why are you doing this to kids' like dreams and shit? Why are you ruining things? All right. Oh my god! I swear they're gonna make a Jungle Book movie about human trafficking. All right. That's what they're gonna do. And you know what?
Animal cruelty.
Yeah, and I'm sure they're gonna do some stupid shit with the Native Americans in Peter Pan in that movie. They're gonna do some burial ground shit because it's a fucking horror film. All right, I know where this is going. I know where you bigots are going. All right, and I'm watching you. I can see the future of this universe. All right, I know the Aristocats is gonna be some fucked up shit.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's a great.
It's gonna be an orgy of furry. It's gonna be a furry
Dumbo.
orgy.
That was Cats. We already got that.
Dumbo. That's gonna be a new version of the Elephant Man with the ridiculously.
What's the one with the crows that got?
That's
canceled?
Dumbo.
No, the one with the racist.
Jim Crow with Jim Crows.
Yeah, the crows are at the end of Dumbo.
Never mind. Again, not an animated James is like, what the fuck did I get myself into?
Give me another movie. Give me another movie. I'll give you the outcome.
Snow White.
Snow White, cocaine, definitely. It's gonna be a Mexican drug cartel movie. There's this chick.
Who's gonna be the door?
She's like a mule. She shoves everything up her ass. Her name's Snow White. That's her
Tom
code
Cruise
name.
plays the door.
She crosses the border. They're like Snow White coming in, folks. It's Snow White.
I'm trying to think of it.
This is so easy.
James?
I know where this is going.
Yeah, I'm gonna sell this. I've heard it's so shit as well. Like it's got a 1.5 on Letterboxd.
Really?
Yeah, and I've got a mate who got sent a review copy of it last week, and he's into all these types of movies. Yeah, and even he was like, "Yeah, this weren't great," and he loves he loves horror slashers. Yeah,
it does have a 1.5 on Letterboxd.
Oh my god,
More than Blonde.
Yeah, it's I don't know, man. I'm the whole cinematic universe thing as well. Like
Sleeping Beauty is going to be like a Bill Cosby story, like
Oh my god.
That's good.
James is like compliments to the chef.
Yeah, that wasn't.
I'm gonna go because I actually haven't talked about my stance on this topic.
Oh, sorry.
It's always good to get good new movies, right? And people complain about the lack of originality these days. I'm gonna buy this because I feel like every year we get one of these, it's gonna be more and more fun to talk about on the show. It'll get us the views, it'll get us the clips on TikTok. So on a selfish note, I think I'm gonna buy it. So, but hopefully it's on. I can't see it being that expensive. So.
No. There's a Grinch one coming out, isn't there? There's a
Grinch. The mean one.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
No way.
Didn't it already come out? I thought it already came out.
Oh, maybe. I don't know.
Holy shit. What
guy looking like that Breaking Bad meme where he's like making the best joke possible.
Trying to think. Give me another movie.
All right, guys, let's end it.
Hey, I didn't get to buy or sell.
Bro, Pinocchio is so easy. We don't even need to talk about it, man. All right,
I didn't get to buy or
I already
sell,
said human trafficking, but like I can go in like 8 other ways too with it.
All right, we're gonna end it before we go into those
awful.
Before we go into the 8 other ways, Guy, where can everyone find you?
Oh yes, you can find me and my movie pitches at Guy David Knoll Comedy. Where can we find Amanda Waller though? Where is she right now? Where did she go?
Every movie ever.
Where'd she go? I thought she was in the stream. Bring her back.
You'll probably see her like later today.
Really?
You can find her in Air, directed by Ben Affleck and starring Ben Affleck.
You can also find her in the show Waller by James Gunn.
James, where can everyone find you?
Yeah, just Movie Bug on YouTube, and then in my videos I got links to everything. So I'm quite active on my Movie Bug Instagram. So.
Very, very active. Great to see. Luke, where can everyone find you?
They can find me on this channel often enough, or on the Instagram page and YouTube page, Luke Reviews. I'm working on my next video, so keep an eye out for that.
Whoa! As to what that will be?
I can drop it here. So, why Kingsman is my favorite James Bond movie.
Whoa, that's cool. I think, by the way, going back to the Grinch, I think that's gonna be like a Charlie Manson kind of story. You know, it's gonna have some sort of following.
Are you gonna use these in your set?
Before I got to plug my thing, so nobody's gonna care about what I have to offer.
Oh yes. Let's hear it. I think I know what it is.
League of Cinephiles on Instagram, TikTok.
Oh fuck! No, never mind.
Alex Helmer on Letterboxd. The standard stuff. Yeah, thank you all for joining us today on this fun episode of Unfiltered. Next week, Ant-Man Quantumania, guys. It comes out next week. I'll get the chance to see it early tomorrow, actually. We're going to be talking about it. We're going to be doing a big non-spoiler discussion. Hope you guys can join us. Make sure to see it next week. Not that it needs your money, not that Disney needs your money, but hey, see it. Cinema. Yeah, whatever. James, thank you for being here. It's your first time on the show, so thank you. Hope to have you back. Luke, it's a pleasure as always. Guy, for everyone, for all of us at League of Cinephiles, take care, guys. Ciao.
It's over.